we now live in a society which makes us to believe that money is everything. See, money is important. I'm not like downgrading the importance or the necessity of money. No. What I'm trying to say is that the society, or rather, the world we live in now makes us to believe that the ultimate blessing from God is money. Whereas in the real case, when you look at it critically and in a general perspective, money is not even that important compared to the things we overlook while in the chase or in the pursuit of money, which we human beings tend to see as the ultimate. People have this mentality that if I'm broke, that God has not blessed me. If money is not coming my way, that I'm unfortunate. This shouldn't be the case, especially when you consider the other things which you have, which you tend to overlook. Look at these other things, and mind you, these other things are even by far more important than money. Now, what are those things? You are alive. You are alive. Many people who were billionaires, millionaires, died at very young ages. Many people who were doing far better than you financially, who were better off than you in all ramifications, died. Now you are not better than them, but you are still alive. That is something much more important and much more ultimate of a blessing than money. You can lose money and still make it back, but if you are dead, you are dead. Now, another thing we tend to overlook, because we're always thinking that if I don't have money, God has not blessed me. If I'm broke, God has not remembered me. But God gave you good health. Yeah, we have to say all those things. I'm not talking as a motivational speaker, because I'm not a motivational speaker. I even hate it when people say or call me such a name, because I'm not. I'm just here to tell you people the facts, the truth. We tend to overlook these things. Now, when you look at money and you compare it with life, with good health, with family, there are people who are rich, but they don't have family. Or let's say that their families hate them, or they are not just close to their families, which brings about a lot of loneliness. There are people who are rich financially. See, there are so many types of wealth. You can be financially wealthy, but happiness-wise, you are poor. Yes, you can be wealthy financially, but happiness-wise, you are poor. Whereas somebody may not be as wealthy as you financially, but when it comes to family, when it comes to happiness, when it comes to contentment, when it comes to the joy of being on this earth, the person is far more wealthier than you. Families, there are people who are wealthy today, but they don't have family. There are people who are wealthy today, but they don't have a home to go back to. You that is not all that financially okay, you have a family, you go back home to your kids, you go back home to your parents, you go back home to your spouse. That is wealth too. See, I'm not saying that because of family, because of good health, because of life, you should not make money or try to be financially okay. But all I'm trying to say is that people see money as the only blessing that can come from God. If you go to churches, people are praying, I want money, I want money. You're not praying for good health. You're not praying for life. Forgetting that if you lack good health, you can't even have the money. If you don't have life, money is irrelevant. At the end of the day, money is vanity. It means nothing. The most important thing is that you are alive. Just like the saying goes, as long as there is life, there is hope. Which basically means you that is alive. Which means that the fact that you are alive is even by far much more important and should be much more of a blessing to you than the fact that you don't have money. You should count that as a bigger blessing, because as long as you are alive, there is hope for money tomorrow. Person wey don die no go dey think about money, but you wey get life, money fit come tomorrow. That's basically it. We worry a lot, and we as human beings. Anyway, it is how the world is. The world has created this mentality that for you to be happy, for you to be okay, for you to just be like okay with yourself that you must have money. There are people who are wealthy, but they are poor. See, they are poor in contentment. And one of the easiest way to remain unhappy in this life is to lack the virtue of contentment. Contentment is a virtue which anybody who lacks it is in deep trouble. There are people who are rich today, but they cannot stop chasing money. They're always working hard, working hard, working hard. Those are the people who neglect their families. Those are the people who neglect what they should have, time they should have spent with their kids. Those are the people who neglect a lot of things morally, ethically, just to get money. At the end of the day, when they are older, on their sick bed, they will look at all these things and they will say, all these things, all is vanity. Be happy that you're alive. Even if you don't have any other reason to be grateful to God. I'm not preaching. This is not even a religious section. I'm just saying things that people should know. Even if you don't have any other reason to be grateful to God, thank God that you are alive. Thank God that you are healthy. See, one of the worst things that can happen to anybody is to be sick. Because at the point, probably this is from my own personal experience, but one of the times someone could hate himself is when they are sick. You are just helpless, lying on the bed. You cannot do anything. You are just there. And the funny thing is that the thought of money won't even cross your head. Don't think that will be in your mind that time is like how to recover. Please, I want to recover. Please, God, I want to recover. I have to tell you how inconsequential money is at that point. Which basically means that health, life, family is by far and extremely far more important than money. But I'm not trying to downgrade the importance of money, but this threatens family, life, family, and good health comes before money. Money is important, yes, but these things are by far more important. And if you have these three things, you have the ultimate blessings from God. But you should work hard too, because you can't have these three things and say that you are happy with yourself. Nobody should be happy with himself if you are struggling financially. Nobody should be happy with himself. Now, I'm not saying you should not be happy with yourself if you are not making enough money. All I'm saying is that if you are struggling, like if you are the lowest point financially, you should work harder. The unhappiness you are experiencing as a result of being broke should motivate you to work harder. Because you can't deny the fact that if you are broke, you'll be unhappy. It's a fact. So channel that unhappiness towards pursuit of financial stability. Financial stability.